My name is David McMahon. I am the head of customer success here at Net Reputation for our online reputation management campaigns and review management campaigns. This video is designed to answer some frequently asked questions and prepare you for your onboarding call with your account manager, where you'll go over some of this in more detail, but I want to cover some things from a high level to just better educate and better manage expectations on what we're doing for your campaign. First and foremost, most people want to understand how ORM or online reputation management works. With NetRep, it is really about creating positive content geared to telling the story you want to be told and creating a large number of assets to ultimately win the game of counting to 10 on page 1 of Google. So how we do that is with some exact match domains, with some social sites, with blogs, press releases. A myriad of positive content will be created to help us suppress any negative items showing on page 1. Some clients may only have 1 or 2 items currently. Others may have 6, 7, 8, 9, not 10 even. So each case is unique. Your package is designed to help you combat those. With all that being said, Google's results are very volatile. They're going to react to the content we create. And so early on, you will see, a shakeup, so to speak, of where the negative is. It's Google reacting to the content we're putting out. The content, again, on these social sites, some you may have heard of, some you may never have heard of, but we're going to focus primarily on what topics you'd like us to write about and what you want your biography to say on a variety of different social sites, making sure it's unique and leveraging the most positive image possible. Who is actively working on your campaign? Well, we've got a team that works on your behalf, whether it's creating the social sites, writing the articles, blogs, press releases, but your main point of contact is going to be your account manager, who will walk you through your onboarding call, get you set up with your biography and proper topics for us to attack, discuss your keywords, and then get to work on your behalf. From that standpoint, we have a monthly report that will be sent to you every 30 days. And in addition to that, you'll be getting articles for your review depending on what your contract states, whether it's weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. You'll get content to approve on a regular basis before we publish it. Digital assets is a term we use in-house to talk about what you have out there on the internet that's positive. It could be your current LinkedIn profile, or maybe an old Twitter or Facebook, Pinterest, YouTube, any existing websites you may have, former press releases, whether it mentions your name or your company. We can leverage all of those, and we refer to them as assets because they are somewhere out there on Google, and we can help some of those rank a lot quicker if we know where to direct the backlinks on the new content we create. We can also leverage some of the old positive press and refresh that if needed. If there's anything low-hanging fruit that you would like to rehash and bring up. So any positive links that you have, whether it's Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, Pinterest, those things are items that we can help you to leverage moving forward and optimize. Same thing with exact match domains. We'll be building some for your case, but if you already have some, we can help you to optimize them so they rank higher in Google and help your campaign. Here at NetRep, we don't know your business as well as you know your business. So we often ask for you to provide a good list of topics that are either specific to you or your industry. Again, each case is unique, but the wider net we can cast, we're going to be focused primarily on the keywords in your statement of work. But based upon your industry, there might be some trends or specific promotions you're running. I mean, we just don't know all that's going on in the upcoming calendar of events for you and your company next 3 to 6 months. So this is more of a dialogue conversation we try to start. And if you need help picking topics, by all means, let us know. But just think of it as the more the merrier. It helps us to cast a wide net and then not get redundant, so that the content we are throwing at Google is unique and varied and not the same item over and over again. Photos are huge for Google. Google craves unique content. So if you have photos that are on an old phone or camera that haven't been published to Facebook, the more the merrier. We can attach it to the articles we create. We can put unique photos on the social profiles we create. In particular, if we're combating the Google image bar, which is very, very difficult to manipulate, the more the merrier. Again, the more variety that we can use. There are specific ways that we'll leverage those photos to help Google pick them up and read them. But again, Google creates data sets craving unique content that's never been crawled before. So this is an item where the more you provide us, the better chance of success your campaign has. And if we're attacking a negative image or two, again, the more we have at our disposal, the more we can combat it. Net Reputation likes to offer final approval for the content to the clients because at the end of the day, what we're writing about is you. And a large majority of the publishers we leverage have what's called a no-kill switch. So meaning if something's been published, it cannot be retracted or taken down. So with that being said, we want to make sure we've got your final approval before publishing any press releases in particular. On the blog side and social media side, we can go in and make any updates as needed. But if it is going to be leveraged as a press release, we want your buy-in and you to be 100% sold on what is going to be portrayed in that piece of content. Quality versus quantity is a question we hear often. Now, for the majority of campaigns, it really is that volume of content that we're creating for blogs and press releases to provide the layers needed of backlinks and then the content to repost across a myriad of social sites. But we do understand that some clients are very particular about what we are going to say about them. And that's why we give final approval. But just understand, we do leverage what's called keyword stuffing, where we're going to use your keyword a little bit more than the Channel 5 News might. And also understand that not every article is going to be a home run itself. Some are merely there to keep the process moving, to keep feeding positive information to Google, to show regular activity across these assets we're creating. So not every article is going to be a press release at the national level. More often than not, a lot of these pieces of content will be blogs and reposts that are less visible, but still valuable from just the sheer volume of content we're throwing at Google to manipulate the results. This is probably the most asked question that we get. When will we see results? Well, you'll get your first piece of content to approve within the first 5 to 7 days. Once you and the account manager have decided upon a few topics, our writers get to work and we'll have a draft review in as little as 5 to 7 business days, sometimes even sooner. So that first draft for your review often is going to be a press release. And in addition to that, when it comes to results, in that game of 10 I've referenced a few times already, usually some of the social sites that we leverage, it's never the same for each case, but those will start to see placement on the first page within a month or two. The first 30 to 45 days, though, is the foundation where we're building out a lot, and I mean a lot, of Web 2.0 and social profiles. And so some of them jump up really quickly, and others are going to need that press release with backlinks to lift them up and be found. But usually the first month is when something will appear. But the long term of your campaign, as we move more positives up and push more negatives down, each case is unique, but with each coming month, each piece of content, we see and build more momentum to get the negatives on the run. When a campaign ends, it is something where all these digital assets we created will be handed over to you so that you can leverage them in the future. If you had a 3-month, 6-month, or 12-month campaign, if there's an exact match domain involved, the hosting of that site is for 12 months. We'll grant you access to that. And then the social media profiles are out there forever. So we will share in your final report the logins for the whole myriad of social sites we've created so that you can take those over. Some clients, after their campaigns end and the negatives off page one, it just goes down to more of a maintenance mode where we're monitoring the situation, and if it needs an extra article, we can look at it as a more of a la carte basis. For those campaigns where we're attacking multiple keywords and maybe there's a few stragglers that still need to be pushed off, we have other items where we can consult you on that case-by-case basis to see what else firepower wise we need to try to get that off of page one. Each case is unique. SEO never stays the same. Google in particular is always updating and changing their data sets that they want to fill. So again, there's some volatility there. So each case, again, we stay in contact with clients, and if there's additional work needed, we address that as needed. Well, here at NetRep, we understand this is a unique level of stress that comes along with having negative content appear on page one of Google with your name. We also understand that it is a process and everyone wants these things down as fast as possible, and that's what we're trying to do. We've seen this many times over from a variety of different negative news outlets to social media outlets to just you can only imagine the number of sites we've experienced, but we do understand this is a unique stressor and unique to your campaign and your keyword. So we've seen it all. We've got a standard operating procedure on how to handle each of those potential negative sites that we're combating. And just understand we're going to do everything we can to make this suppression campaign work as quickly as possible. But if there are items that you're most concerned about, bring those to your welcome call with your account manager, and we can answer those in more detail. But rest assured, the internet has been something we've been combating for multiple years, and we've seen the majority of these situations time and time again.